We're in game one, which means we need to introduce our players in the bottom right in the red for Storm. MAXPAX.
In the top left corner, it's Solar.
Actually, I forgot to check Twitter. It is 15 minutes past 9. Was it Solar that was announced to onside?
What was it?
I'm looking. I don't know. Please talk while I Google, while I try to open Onside Gaming's
Okay.
Twitter account.
So we can see a gateway opening from MAXPAX. He actually doesn't scout.
Yep.
Just, I guess it's a thing. Personally, I always like when Protoss blocks the natural base. I'm pretty sure it always gives them an advantage. I'm not sure why they don't do it every game, but he's not doing it this time. And very often Protoss players don't do it to get some sort of like prop advantage. Like, at least I get it if they don't scout at all and like they play super greedy. Like they go just balls to the wall. Like it's 100% not a 12 pull. I'm just not gonna scout all game long and I'm just gonna get as much economy as possible. I can get behind that. But whenever I see them like scout a bit later and not bug the base, man, I cringe so hard. This time.
The logic I've heard is that if you're going to go and you're going to chrono out some adepts and want to put pressure on that way, you block. Otherwise, you don't. At least that is the enlightened Protoss per Hearthstone. But yeah, I also can confirm.
It makes sense, yeah.
Yep.
It makes sense. But I think you should do it literally every game. You should always block and you should always go for adept pressure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There's no reason not to do it because... Okay, so without even looking into the replays and calculating stuff, like if you're gonna block Zerg natural base, how much minerals is Zerg gonna lose? Like 200, 300? Because all the drones from the main base need to transfer to the third base instead of the natural base. That's already gonna cost you like 100 minerals just like that, even without like thinking too much about it. And how much is a prop scout gonna cost you? Like, I don't know, but also probably like 100 minerals. But like it already is... Just the drone transfer costs so much for Zerg that I don't see the reason not to block it every single game.
And then we've started to see some Protoss players go because... Actually, I think I first started to see this. I think the first time I saw this was you versus Creator, where we've seen Zergs in the open with 2 lings instead of 4, and then you have a probe in the natural where you block the hatch and you drop a pylon there, and with only 2 lings, it takes forever to knock that pylon down, and it forces Zerg almost to all in.
Yeah, not really, but you pretty much are forced to. If you want to play safe, you need to make 4 Zerglings against that probe. Yeah. So there's that. So I made a mistake by only getting 2 Zerglings because I'm gambling, you know. I hope that he's not gonna put a pylon.
Yeah.
But it's a failed gamble, and then you're in a big trouble.
But anyway, to answer the question from earlier, can confirm Solar was the player that was announced to Onside Gaming. So
nice. So in the top left corner, it's an on-site Solar, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Which is actually that's a terrifying WTL team. Maru, Solar, Neeb.
Oh yeah, that's good.
That's really good.
All 3 races and like really good representation.
As oracles. Oh yeah, there's no energy on these queens. That's a great pick off here, MAXPAX. Oh,
he's
MAXPAX. Come on.
I think you know it might be the ping, you know, cross server. But come on, get that queen. YOLO, man. Have some balls.
Well, it's a little too early in the game for MAXPAX to go for destructive play.
There are players that would go for this queen.
Oh, like absolutely.
Drogold, man, he would dunk it, 100%.
But would he beat? But would he beat Solar though?
I don't know. He definitely beat him, like in many tournaments, right?
Yeah,
I've seen him beat Solar.
Would he beat Solar in this day and age? Sorry.
I don't know. Well, I don't know if Drogo is like super... If he's practicing a lot right now, so I have no idea. But haven't seen him. I haven't played him in quite a long time.
Yeah, I think I saw some tweet about how he was going to take a step back, and oh, that's going to be another dead queen. There we go. All right, there's the dunk. We got it.
Where's the 1 HP queen though? Did he transfuse it? I guess, right?
Yeah, it was transfused. Or that was the one he killed, and it was transfused once and was like 85% HP or something when he turned the beam on.
Okay, I like this opening by MAXPAX. I prefer this than this like weird all-in versus Serral, because this all-in versus Serral is like you're hoping for a bad reaction, and Serral reaction was perfect, but this one is just much more solid. you're not really hoping for anything.
I like this ling pressure though. It's forcing a lot of stalkers to warp in at home. I granted there's no way to warp in on the map.
And there's no blink. Like if there was blink, then obviously you're gonna lose links for free. But he actually managed to get a couple stalkers, right? Like 2 or 3.
2 stalkers, yeah. And I mean, 2
Well,
stalkers for
good.
12 lings, and you'll take that.
Yeah, it's fine.
And more importantly, +1, just about done for Solar. He's got his 4th base on the way.
Oh, I really like actually that MAXPAX is playing on free gas. This is interesting. He's kind of oversaturated on the 4th base right now, and he's getting the 4th base, which is... Yeah, I don't like it. If you go free gas, then just stay free gas.
Can you afford the stalker count you're looking for and the upgrades on 3 gas? On like 3 gas 4 base?
You actually can, yeah.
Okay. So you don't get
the 4th gas, I think, is what it gives you is ability to keep making oracles.
Okay.
Or 2nd forge, which is what he's doing. So yeah, he needs like the 4th gas if he wants 2nd forge.
Makes sense. The lings, they shark around, but they're not going to get... They got a probe. Really not all that much. But here comes the pressure from MAXPAX. And we also are seeing the drawback, I guess, of this hero style, right? Where you don't get the robo, so it means any sort of aggression is... you got to drop a pylon in a gateway, or even just a pylon on the map, or you got to rally in from the other side. So it does make it a little bit harder to get active on the map, but of course, stalkers... They blink pretty well, and they're not slow.
Yeah, this is so good for MAXPAX, by the way. Like,
yeah.
Solar doesn't have army. He just has links and some hydras, and hydras are not good without upgrades at all.
No, it feels like Solar is maybe just a little bit too greedy into his tech. One stasis ward, one ling gets triggered on the stasis ward, but this army, yeah, from MAXPAX is really hard for Solar to deal with. The queens are starting to fall, running out of energy. Ling is coming back from the other side, and they're going to get it knocked down. And MAXPAX, if he had an ability to warp in right now...
Charges are coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a good warping would be helpful. He doesn't have charge. The zealots are not really good versus charge, without charge.
Now, I feel like at this point, you keep the zealots and you just keep them to prevent the links around, but he's going to run forward just as a buffer. Baneling's morphing in, but it's only 4 of them. It's enough to deal with the zealots, but really not much more in stalkers. You're blinking so well.
Nice blink in the last second.
It's a Hydra army with no upgrades. Like, all the upgrades are on the lings, but Solar, he just keeps building Hydras at the exclusion of them.
I wouldn't mind the Oracles to join. I wouldn't mind the Oracles to join. They are all full energy. Like, just tank some damage. Just finish the game right now. You can see that Solar is barely holding on.
Yeah, it's a big problem indeed. Wow, oh, these queens are so low as well. I think you just blink on top of this army. MAXPAX,
yeah,
you got it here, bud. And there come the Oracles. That's what you're looking for. What can Solar do now? His queens are dead. He's losing this 4th base. He does not have an army. Not really. It's all in production.
No, yeah, it's over. This is my point. This is why you don't get Hydras against this style. This is why making like 6 oracles is very good for you, because you cannot go Hydras. If you go Hydras, this is how it ends.
Well, we're gonna have to see whether. Well, first of all, you're getting your request here, Elazer. MAXPAX.
Yeah, let's go.
Listening to you. Going across the map.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess the other map was a bit bigger. Maybe that's why he doesn't want to send the probe so early. I'm not sure. Not sure.
Yeah. Wow, I'm blanking on the name of that map. There we go. Wow. Please, what was the name of that last map? I have it in my head.
Cosmic
Sapphire. Thank you. I'm like, I had the color in my head, but I could not. It's like Scarlet? No, not Scarlet. It's Sapphire. Thank you. Cosmic Sapphire has a very long natural to natural rush distance. So I guess, yeah, I get maybe that's part of it. But in this game, yeah, Solar's going to have to take the 3rd base. And one thing that always worried me in the previous meta Elazer was the whole, it's like, okay, you force them at the 3rd, but then they have creep spread pushing to your base and queen walks. But, well, queen walks are kind of dead. So I'm with you. I don't really see much of a downside.
You know, this is a misconception, I think. Like, this expanding to the 3rd base first, it doesn't really give you that much better creep spread compared to how much slowed down your timing is because of the 3rd base being there. So yeah, it's like you shouldn't even be scared of a queen walk, because the queen walk is gonna be weaker if you block the natural base. Okay. Yeah, so you should just do it. I think maybe on some very weird map, like super weird, that's like Dasan Station, if you remember, like it's super short, and then you can expand towards your opponent, then maybe it's like it's cool. Because you get the queen there, like couples, but it's like for the fastest queen walk possible, like not even the ones that we play these days.
Yeah, I mean, we don't
Like,
really.
I'm talking like you literally make 2 queens, and you immediately walk this queen across the map, the one from the third base.
Yeah.
But we played that like 4 years ago. Like this is not a thing anymore.
Yeah, you talk about weird maps. I think we just need a map again that requires 5 gateways to wall off.
Yeah.
What was that? That was
but without transfuses, I think you cannot even do those queen walks. It's just not a thing.
And honestly, I'm very glad that the last patch worked out as it did. The queen walks were kind of boring and binary, and well, I'm glad Void Rays are no longer nearly as powerful.
No, I agree. This matchup is 10 times better. I just think it's a bit boring from Zerg perspective because you're kind of forced. Like you just have one option less, you know. So it's a bit annoying.
Yeah.
And we don't really have many options, so that's why this patch is a bit annoying for Zerg, but it's still much more fun than what the previous patch.
Oh yeah. Interestingly enough, it's a small thing, but MAXPAX is putting a pylon in the wall. And
I don't know. I guess that's a normal thing.
Maybe. I feel like that's normally a shield battery. Well, I guess you don't want the shield battery too far forward.
Well, usually you want second gateway there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You would have to actually ask a Protoss player to like what they think about it.
It is explicitly a bait. He said, I feel like if MAXPAX was playing Raynor, that would be a bait. He's like, yeah, Raynor, come, Baneling bust me, but I got a second pylon. Good luck.
Yeah, actually, Solar got a super fast crypto more at the front. Usually, you get it in the main base, I think, instead of the natural base. Because at the start, you really want to inject the natural base to get this larva closer to the mineral line. But for some reason, he got this creep spread, which he could use for some timing attack if he keeps going with it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So, what is this? What do you think this is gonna lead into, if anything? Like a Roach Queen timing, something like a Roach timing, something like that, or?
I mean, if Solar thinks about it, because like I wouldn't get this crypto more unless I want to do some weird timing attack. Then yeah, I think it should be like some Roach timing, some Queen walk even. Yeah.
Okay.
But he needs a Roach Warren right now if he wants to do it, and he gets Evo Chamber, so it's totally noted.
I guess this is just him saying he wants to have really good creep spread and make it harder for that initial push for MAXPAX. MAXPAX though adding, okay? So he's adding 3 more gateways. He's going up to 4 gates right now, far before that Twilight does complete. Are we gonna see So something we've seen from Hero occasionally is this move out of blinkless gateway units at a weird timing to try to force units early and make life complicated. Do we see that, or is that, well, I guess he's just getting additional gateways because he's got his third base.
I think he does the same thing as last game. Yeah. Look at the 4th base already at 5 minutes. He wants to get it, and I like it. It's good. I really like the thing what he did against Sarah with this like 8 gateways, no forge. It's just I don't like it. I have to say I don't like it. But he learned his lesson. He's not gonna even try it versus Solar. Like this is much better. You just keep on the pressure while taking behind it. Like there's no risk to it.
So he's gotten about 6 drones right now with those 2 oracles, and we're starting to see him be a little bit less aggressive. Oh, that Stace Trap's gonna get 2 queens and a bunch of workers. Well done there. But 4th base under significant threat, and the oracles they're a little bit late to it. So MAXPAX, it's not a 5-minute 5th anymore. Nice damage from Solar.
That's annoying. That's very good. That's very good because as Zerg, you know the time when the 4th base is gonna go down usually. So you just need to be there with Zerg sometime. And if Protoss is not in position, you just lose it.
So does that?
You should. This is, that's the weakness of like trying to play aggressive with oracles at this stage of the game. It's like the oracles are supposed to like give you vision. They're supposed to check where the link run bys are and stuff like that, or defend the 4th base, 3rd base. Like if you're still trying to get stasis down in the natural base of Zerg, like you're just gonna miss those run bys and actually sometimes can turn very bad.
Well, now MAXPAX getting aggressive. His +1's not done, but Blink is, and I do appreciate the great wall of MAXPAX.
Looking for stasis. Okay, he got it on Zerg. That's cool.
That's actually one of the fun things we started to see just Zerg players evolve into this matchup a little bit more. I feel like gone are the days of seeing like half the army in a stasis. Zergs have started to learn it's like, okay, you send a couple links forward. You trigger that stasis because you know it's there.
Yeah, I agree. Like I've also learned my lesson that I just before every single engagement you send couple zerglings in. It's just too important. Like the stasis are actually it's very hard to see them, and they're always there. So okay.
Good trades for MAXPAX right now. By the way, MAXPAX has a massive wall outside of his third base. He's got 5 gateways.
Yeah, it's perfect. This is why this map pool is very good for hero style, because the wall-offs are actually pretty easy. Like he also should get the wall-off at the new base that he's getting. But to be honest, I mean, there's only one entrance to his base at this point.
I feel like I was gonna say I feel like you want one entrance so you can at least circulate. But...
Yeah. No, I agree. I thought there's one more entrance besides that, but there actually is only one entrance, so yeah, it's good. And you can do this on very many maps on this map pool, like this type of wall-offs. Okay, the charge lots run buying the third base. Just run away with them.
So Solar does have Hydras on the way. He is in Hydraling Bane now. The pressure from MAXPAX not quite as effective as it was that last game. So has Solar? Do we see that Solar has survived in this Hydraling Bane setup and he's going to be fine from here, or is this next time and coming up with 2-1 something that is really scary for this comp?
Yeah, I don't know. So this is something that Lambo would have more experience with. Okay. I think this is what Lambo does. Like he survives this and then he gets. I heard that. When you get this like +2 melee and you go for Hydra timing, I think it's very good for Zerg. That's what I heard. But I think it's not so easy, you know. On paper it should work, but you have tough time moving out. And when you finally get to Protoss base, they have an overcharge, they have cannons there. It's not so easy, you know.
Nice little cancel on the 5th base from Solar, catching the drone before anything does happen. But MAXPAX forced off creep once again. The Oracle very low. He did already lose one. The one thing we got to point out, MAXPAX is finally getting that Robo. He's starting to tech up. But you talk about that timing with +2. It's A right here, and B, MAXPAX, it feels like his tech into any sort of splash is just a little bit slow.
Yeah. You kind of like if you have disruptors here, it's if free, man, it's free for Protoss. But you have 0 disruptors, you don't even have Robo Bay finished yet. So if Solar goes now, but look at Max, but he literally just fully walled himself off, which I like. I mean, it's good. You cannot do any baning run bys, which is the one thing that is supposed to win Solar the game. Like you're supposed to get the +2 melee banings into his mineral lines and just win.
It also means that there's not the best position for MAXPAX to retreat with his army, though. He's got to blink over a wall, and then he doesn't have a blink.
Yeah.
A little awkward. And now, actually, these walls are just gonna. It feels like these walls are gonna get torn down, but Solar afraid of the flank.
He just blinks in like that. Look, he just escapes into his natural base. Oh, third base, I mean.
Yeah.
Or fourth base, I guess. No, it's third. Or fourth.
It was his fourth.
Okay, but it has because it has like more gases and stuff. So I thought it's third.
Yeah, that's always kind of fun. You see this like explicitly with this style or any like charge lot heavy composition from against the Terran, where the Protoss will not take their gas at their third or their natural, but they take double gas on the fourth, and it's like I guess it's like a minor scouting thing.
No, the next step for Solar is maybe taking up 2 lurkers, but I also don't mind him just staying on this composition and keep going if he feels like it. It's like same as playing versus Terran, you know? Like you can either take 2 Broodlords or you can just keep going Hydraling Bane and try to bust them. But the gigantic Zilotron main, the main base, he lost the War Prism, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the run by is actually, I mean, it's forcing Solar's army back and it's killing Lings and Banes, trading, but it's not really getting anything super substantive. What it has done, though, is force Solar back home, it's forced him to a weird spot, so MAXPAX can get a little bit aggressive, but Elazer, he only has 1 disruptor. This is, even off creep, this is kind of a scary position to be in, and look at Solar's positioning. Oh, he's not going to go for it. Actually, nice
the second disruptor coming. And look at the Protoss upgrades, it's +2-1, and it's 3-2 almost finished also. That's going to help him a lot.
It is,
and
yes.
without Hive, it's scary to deal with disruptors. Even with Hive, it's hard. So right now, Solar, I don't know, I don't really like his position anymore. Maybe if he gets the lurkers out, but like look at the probe count, it's 90 probes.
Yeah, more.
Yeah, MAXPAX is on 8 gases, getting a 5th base. Just on this 5th, and this is what I like. On the 5th base, he's getting like many cannons, just securing that base.
Oh,
Disruptors, it's just winning, man.
Yeah, just good shot on the disruptors on the left side, but MAXPAX has
Nice blink behind to protect the disruptors. Okay, but disruptors are now
on the right
a
side.
bit, yeah. Nice disruptors, 4 Hydras dead. And that second disruptor is gonna be up in 3 seconds, so he can shoot another one.
You know, the
This
Zealot
is looking so good that the Vipers are just now starting.
Yeah, and the Zealot run by on the bottom side not dealt with until right now either, so Solar hasn't even been able to bring his army together. Disruptor shot on Hydras and Queens.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. It looks like Solar's going to force MAXPAX back for a little bit, only because he doesn't have Warpins. Big shot there. Another Queen will fall.
Let's
MAXPAX...
go. There's no bannings. The Zealots are going to be so strong here if he goes.
Yeah.
Honestly, he would have fought. Yeah.
Okay. Lurkers are on the way.
In the way, +3.
Yeah.
So
Lurkers are on the way now, though. Vipers are out.
Okay,
They don't have energy just yet. They're getting it.
But the Lurkers are a bait because he has no upgrades on Lurkers. Those guys are caterpillars still. Before the upgrades are up, like you can actually aim off this. And disruptors are a counter to disruptors, to Lurkers. So.
Well, here we go. We're gonna see him try. Hold position micro. Yeah, hold position micro on the Lurkers. He's gonna try to get him.
No, but oh my god, there's no revelation. He has no energy. That's so good. That's insane play by Solar. Actually, that's game winning.
And he catches him on the blink too. So many Stalker, even without upgrades.
Man, I would have never done a play like that. That's so scary. Like, what if there was an observer? Wow, that's so sick.
Oh man, you didn't. I know you saw part of the of game 7 yesterday. Did you see the dark hold position explosion?
No. I stopped watching after like.
Okay.
After, I don't know. I mean, like Raynor was just far ahead. I don't know.
Yeah. Raynor, it was when he first felt safe enough to move out on the map after he had, and he had like 20 stalkers that he blinked on top of the Dark's like 4th base, but Dark had about seven lurkers that were just sitting there on hold position.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he blinked right on top of the lurkers, didn't see him.
Okay.
And that was how Raynor lost that game.
Solar is looking so much better. Like this hold position of Lurker was so MVP. Like honestly, it was. If that didn't happen, I think MAXPAX would have been finishing this game at this point. Okay, but another Zealot run by in the main base. If he could get this no, but he's not gonna get Lurker before the upgrade finishes. And the Zealots just have such good upgrades, like, it's total. Okay, Banings are there, that's gonna help.
As it stands...
Big attack into the 5th base, and he's gonna catch the Vipers.
Ooh, one goes down.
One Viper at least. Kill the base. No?
Lurker's too scary. And you said they don't have the best upgrades. They have +2 now. They have their range.
I meant about the like burrow and range. But yeah, right now they're fully operating, fully operational, super strong.
The Vipers abducting a couple disruptors, or a disruptor and an Archon after they were dead. I don't make the rules. That's just apparently Vipers can abduct things from the grave. As now Lurkers are going to knock down this wall.
And that's a weakness of walls like that, by the way, is that you cannot really make a surround.
Yeah.
But okay, he's gonna get us around anyway.
A good enough one. As let's get on top of things, and that's where the upgrades really come into play.
And carriers are out, by the way. This is so rough for Solar. He just doesn't have the eco to actually match this. Because the moment you see carriers are out, it's like, okay, I need a Spire, I need like upgrades on my air units. Like Hydras are not really gonna cut it. So it's just looking tough. And I think because he knows he doesn't have economy to match this, he's just gonna try to max out on Hydraulic Bane and hope for the best. But I can tell you, this usually doesn't end well.
Now, it feels like at the very least he needs Carapace on the Hydras to have them stand up against the Vipers or the carriers in some way. Banelig's, though, finally the wall is busted down, and MAXPAX loses really only 10 probes, though.
Super misses, but one gets like 10 Hydras. It's so good. And those cannons and shield battery on the 5th base of Protoss is just so good. It's exactly what Protoss is supposed to do. They always float quite a bit of minerals, so you can either spend it on Zealot run bys or get those like 5-6 cannons. And that totally is bases. Like you really cannot really do much as Zerg about that. It's very good player.